Folks, I know you see the title. You know where we're going with this. Yes, divided allegiance once again. Just in case you didn't see it, that's the logo. That's the force and the empire, divided allegiance. But you see the title. We're not going to how would you say, speculate. We're going to use the actual news source. Source is Law Enforcement Today. Now wrap your head around this. Okay. You have a system that is so ass backwards that, wait a minute, let me get it started.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Okay, let's get it out of the way. Okay. You got a system that is so ass backwards, and voters and supporters that is so mentally inept that they're okay with this. But stuff like this always happens in one of three states, one of four technically, because they tend to be test beds, if you will, guinea pigs. California, New York, Illinois, Washington Washington State. You can flip Washington and Oregon. They're easily swapped. So call it 4.5. To do something like this, now think about this. Man, pull over. Roll down the window. Yes. How can I help you? You speak Spanish? No. Wait a minute. You're a cop. Don't give me no lip, mister. Let me see your driver's license and insurance. And you, what? Yeah. He got a gun. He got a badge. And he's not even here. He broke the law to get here and was green back then by the current administration. And your law enforcement entity that's over you there in Los Angeles are criminals as well. They see it's okay. They're okay to choose which laws they're going to enforce and which ones they don't. You don't have that choice. They do over you. Now, there are certain places where stuff like this will fly, but it's a malaise. It spreads like a disease. And when you have the top cop for your city swearing in illegals, and then trying to figure out a way, but when they get off the clock, they have to turn their guns in because they can't have a firearm because they're not a citizen of this country. But they're allowed to be a police officer in the state of California. There's enough blame to go around. And then people be killing me. Well, what did the Republicans do about it? Republicans don't run the state of California or New York or Illinois or Washington or Oregon. So what are you talking about? You mean the Republicans that half of them I don't like, I mean, to be honest, but the Republicans that you would never vote for anyway? So what difference does it make? Why would they even try? I mean, it's like you're giving me a water hose off of a house and got a warehouse on fire and say, hey, man, you going to help us put this fire out or not? With this? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a no. Oh, okay. So you're a quitter. Call it what you want. No, I'm smart. I know the only thing I'm doing is risking getting fricasseed and a waste of precious water. this is what you're up against. There's going to be someone that's going to try to dispute this here, even though we have the whole thing up here on the screen. So let's go ahead and get to it. Law enforcement today. This happened 2 days ago. Okay, this was Friday. And see, and this is perfect. See, we in the media world, but let me get this out for people that's not, news hawks. There's a thing called data dump, story dump. Okay. You wait until after hours, after closing on Friday to dump the stories that you really don't want to get any coverage because it goes against what you think is right or wrong, your political leanings. And then in this case, we know which political leanings it is, because later on, it don't get as much of a punch as it does the following week. It's just the people like myself and other new people like myself that's waiting on Friday. Normally we check Saturday morning like I did. Normally we check Saturday and then report on it. But they know the masses don't listen to us anyway, and know that we tend to be center right. So the masses don't want to listen to us anyway. They'll discount what we saying because it's going against their beloved political establishment. They know it. We even know it, but we report it anyway. So let's go ahead and move on let me get in one more.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Yeah, it sounds good. Let's go ahead and get with it.
And here we go.
This is painful. This is not satire, as you see. Let me go ahead and shrink my big old head down. Yeah, get up out of there, son. Yeah, there we go. This is from Law Enforcement Today at lawenforcementtoday.com. You see it, not satire. LAPD swears in police officers who are DACA recipients and entered the U.S. illegally. By Pat Droney, this past Friday, 12/15/2023. And there's your police chief, Michael Moore. I don't know if he pronounced it Michelle or Michael, but it would be fitting if he pronounced it Michael, like that beluga whale that's from my much maligned but beloved state of Michigan. And he's on the saw, off the saw, on the saw. But anyway, forget him. His facial expression should tell you everything that you need to know. Let's get it. Editors note a previous version of this article incorrectly stated that DACA was signed into law by Baracus Minimus in 2007, but it was signed then by Baracus Minimus on 2012. So, and I'm glad that they do that. This is the stuff I be talking about. When sometime I'll have a date wrong, but the story be correct, and people be like, oh, well, we gotta do the whole thing. I mean, because you got the date wrong. But the story is right. Yeah, but what else are you missing for doing that?
But Ned, shouldn't the people be smart enough to take the story and look it up and do some research if they want to get the truth? Why would they throw the whole story out over one small thing like that? It doesn't mean it's not true.
That's a good question there, little buddy. It's because the truth doesn't fit their beliefs and their ideology. That's why. LA, Los Angeles, if you set out to destroy a country, you couldn't do any worse than what they've done in Los Angeles. And I can fill out some other cities on top of Los Angeles: San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Detroit, New York City, Chicago, Jacksonville, Philadelphia. Oh my goodness. Baltimore, Philadelphia, it's like a zombie apocalypse running around there. George, you my dude, get out of there. Before if you feel when you run out of ammo and you can't keep the zombies from infringing on your territory. I remember that video years ago you showed when you went down to the country, down to North Carolina to see your folks. That might be your next best bet. That's just coming from the heart, brother. That's coming from the heart. Let's get it. Yeah, that's big enough. Yeah, I can see it. Now, if you own a baby screen Obama phone, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, hell, the Obama phone folks ain't watching me anyway. Los Angeles, where the first group of illegal aliens in the country are set to graduate from the Los Angeles Police Academy. You read that correctly. People who entered the country illegally would be on the streets of LA enforcing the law. Not against them, just against you. No, this is not satire from the Babylon Bee. Sal La Barbera, I guess. So you can follow him on Twitter. If I'm assuming this is Twitter. Yeah, it is, because there's the X. There it is. Twitter X. That's what I call it. Sal_La Barbera. Just when you thought you'd heard it all, we want to impede on your Second Amendment. Man, I can't read today. But we'll make exception for these folks. LAPD moves to accommodate new DACA officers who can't personally own guns. NBC Los Angeles. I'm not going to click it. LAPD moves to accommodate. Yeah. So I guess you can go to NBCLosAngeles.com and see this story. Worse yet, the group of DACA deferred action for childhood arrivals. LAPD recruits are not, by virtue of their undocumented status, permitted to carry their city-issued firearms when they are off duty. NBC Los Angeles reports. Under federal law, DACA aliens are prohibited from possessing either guns or ammunition, but the LAPD has found a workaround for that little problem. They simply will consider off-duty hours part. They will simply consider off-duty hours part of the definition of performance of their official duties or other law enforcement purpose, which will allow these individuals to carry their issued firearms off duty. A new police policy memo reads. But you can't have a gun. You naturally born and bred in California, love the California sun. California knows how to party in the city of Compton. Yeah, okay. That's all right. Fresh out of jail, out on bail, California dreaming. Yeah, okay. Y'all can have it. Thank you. What's up, Reg? We sought information from our federal and state and city attorney to understand what the policy needs to discuss, to articulate the basis of which a DACA individual, now a police officer, can lawfully carry and possess a firearm and ammunition. Chief Michelle Moore told the outlet, channeling his best Kamala Harris word salad, horizontal Harris. There's another bit. There he is, standing up there. LAPD, leading nationwide movement to arm DACA. Yeah. And that was December the 14th. And I'm not going to click it over to Twitter X. We just going to push through there. Anybody want to see all that, they can pop over there, because this one's foxnews.com on, but it's still on Sal La Barbera's page, so you can just go to him and get all this. Officials said federal and California law allow DACA individuals who are not U.S. residents or citizens to possess firearms as long as it is within the course and scope of their official duties. Now, who put this in the federal law? Who added this? Which party was control of the Senate when it went in? I ain't giving neither a pass, but if I was a betting man, I would say that this went in when the Democrats were in control of the Senate. If I'm wrong, somebody hit me up and I will come back. Y'all know how Big Boy get down. I'll come back and I will correct it on camera, just like I am now. I rarely get them but anyway. Where we go. Had the policy not been changed, DACA affiliated officers would have been required to leave their department issue firearms at police stations when they left work for the day, thereby not being able to carry them off duty for personal protection.
Nick, what are the people gonna say when somebody clown one of these cops that's not supposed to be here, and he go kaplow and light one of them up? Are they gonna get their tiki torches and signs and start marching up and down the streets of Los Angeles?
Why is he doing this to me? Why? Yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. What do you mean, which part? Oh, the shooting or the marching part? The marching part. Okay. Can I get? Thank you. Democrats want to restrict. Now, this is Rob O'Donnell. Democrats want to restrict American gun rights, but are just fine with allowing non-citizen immigrants, illegal immigrants, to possess a firearm against federal law if it fits their agenda. LAPD moves. Yeah, we know that part. And that's NBC Los Angeles as well. When these current individuals who are DACA recipients graduate from the academy, Moore said it would be appropriate for us to have a written policy that clearly defines what their authorities and responsibilities are, given their position as a police officer. Oh, you mean like their authorities and responsibilities, that didn't apply when they came into the country illegally, that now all of a sudden they supposed to obey the law? You mean like ain't no telling where they came from and their affiliation to whatever organization that they may be a part of from across the border? Lime, MS-13, Serrano. I mean, hey, you never know. You never know. I wonder how many of these illegal DACA cops are from Haiti or Africa's interior. And I would have the same heat if they could all be there, because all of them would get that heat from me. See, that's the difference between me and most of these doughheads that come out here and try to pump that stuff. I'm an equal opportunity offender. Everybody can get it.
Aha! Aha!
Okay, Los Angeles police commissioners was set to meet this week to discuss the specific rule changes required to allow DACA officers to carry their firearms when off duty. Under California law, full-time police officers are considered to be peace officers at all times, even when they are off duty, whereby such time is considered part of a law enforcement purpose. In September 2022, the California State Senate removed the requirement that California police officers must be U.S. citizens under Senate Bill 960. That means they put it on the ballot for a vote. Well, how come you ain't say nothing about? I don't live in California. What are you talking about, doughhead? Freaking doughheads. I need to get an NPC cartoon and get one and make his head kind of like dough, you know, like he got a dough, a afro made out of biscuit dough or pizza dough or something like that. That's going to be my official dough head. Perhaps there is hope for illegal members of Hamas and Hezbollah, actually I said it wrong, my bad, Hezbollah, to become duly sworn police officers in California. The state, but not its police officers, deserves it. I'm going to say something what y'all going to deem controversial at the end, and anybody know me should know what's coming. In April, Colorado, vying to be California light, passed similar legislation that allows DACA recipients to become police officers and possess firearms in the course of their duty. So did Illinois. Governor Pritzker, I done the story on it. I only remember two other content creators from this space talking about it. Maybe there were some that I didn't know, but I'm normally pretty plugged in with people that's in this lane of content that I make. So DACA was signed in law by leftist president, one each Barack Hussein Obama in 2012 and provides protection from deportation. But they be love saying, but Barack Obama deported the most. Signed in the law for and provides protection from deportation for some 600,000 people who were brought to the U.S. without legal status before the age of 16 and who lived in the country continuously since 2007. However, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and W put that in. I was losing my mind when they created the Department of Homeland Security. I was losing. I called W and his whole family everything but children of their so-called sky daddy that they supposedly kneel and pray to. And I continue to do so to this day. But the other one, I don't give a flip. I didn't kill him. What are you talking about? However, the U.S. Department says that DACA is not itself a type of legal residency. Yeah, but if you don't enforce it, then it has no teeth. Anything that you don't enforce has no teeth. There's laws on the books about impeding the flow of traffic for in non-accident and non-injury situations, but yet and still the police let people block the freeways, the hold up signs talking about global warming or save the chicken or the speckled blue-belly warble or whatever the hell. Has no teeth. You don't enforce it. I bet you if I know what all them people that was out there protesting was, I bet you y'all enforce it then. And hey, I'm not playing that. And that people give with that Negro wake up call. Get the flip out of here. Look, if that's what you banking on, you've already lost. You're on the losing end. You're on the losing end of the game and you don't even know it. All I'm waiting for is this. And that's all right. And me and Uncle Funky over there, Uncle Cyrus right here, and Aunt Jane over there, we're ready for you. Oh. Oh, are we ready? LAPD oil chick, Porta Vida, oil chick for life, Porta Vida for life. Okay. LAPD is now swearing in illegal aliens starting tomorrow. They don't have to follow the laws, but they will now be enforcing the laws on the citizens. Run from California as fast as you can. No. All the ones, they ought to be, I wish I could border California off and have my goose steppers there checking for people that want to leave. Sie people, bitte. I need to see your papers. So you voted a Democrat? Yeah? Yes. Then you are not permitted. It is verboten for you to get out of the house. You stay here. Ain't it here? But I want to. That's what I thought. No. That's the problem we dealing with now. They're setting everything on fire due to that leftward land of loony silliness thought process. And then when it's out of control, we wanted to do this, but we put a little too much nitromethane in it. Let's run to another state and start over. And this time, just tamp it down a little bit. No, you should be able to. I wish I could keep them there and let them burn. Either put it out themselves or either be consumed by the fire that they helped create. Damn right I said it. When California was considering the bill, Fox News contributor Leo Terrell, I have no idea who that is, Fox News contributor Leo Terrell slammed it, saying the state was attempting to devalue citizenship as reported in Town Hall. I guess I'll have to look up. Maybe I'll know who he is if I see his face. I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV news, so California is trying to devalue citizenship. They're trying to say, look, it doesn't matter. Basically, well, a lot of places are doing that. Excuse me, but I get it. How can this person qualify in a background check? They can't. How can an illegal alien take an oath to uphold the law when he broke the law? He can't. It's ludicrous. I agree, Terrell said. This is an open border state. It really is. They're competing with New York City to basically say citizenship doesn't matter. And it tells me one thing, that until this state removes itself from being a one-party deep blue state, ain't going to happen. We're going to get these crazy open policies regarding illegal immigration. They don't want any distinction between citizenship and illegal aliens. I agree. That's something similar I've been saying for about 30 years. Remember this next time you hear politicians bloviating, one of my favorite words, about restricting the gun rights of lawful Americans. They're arming those who entered the U.S. illegally. Okay, and that's it. Then you got some people with their comments. I'm not going to read them. If y'all want to, you can go to law enforcement today, and you can read them yourself. I'm on my way out. I'm gonna click this anyway. I just couldn't help it. Nah, it ain't doing nothing. Okay, I'll close you up. Never mind. But I was wondering if we can get some audio from this dunderhead right here, but I guess not. And that's your chief of police. I know. I'll bring in illegals to corral you other clowns. But shouldn't they arrest themselves? Shut up. Y'all, I'm telling you, I have no problem with forcing with the people there burning to the ground with it. You messed up. Who's more messed up? Me or the ones that set the fire? See, you're the arsonist that set the fire, but you mad at me that I don't want to help you put out a fire that you started. And we'd all been saying, dude, you're going to start something, don't start that. Put the matches down. Put them down. Put them down. Oh, crap, it's burning. Nick, help me. Wait a minute. Truth teller. How's it go again? Take your hand. Yeah. Hold it up. Yeah. And your middle finger. Yeah. Just stick it straight up, but leave the other fingers down. Like that? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, I'm the spokesman for True Teller 410, and I approve his message. Y'all be good and be safe. Let me know what you think. Wait a minute. I forgot. Nah, I don't need a transition out. We done. We're done. I need that thing. Who is that where guys be having that? It's some black dude. I don't know who he is. He walking away from something. He's saying it's done. We're done. We're done. We're done. And then he started crying and whatnot. I have no idea what that's about. But I'm like, damn, his feelings is hurt. His feelings is hurt for real. Y'all be good and be safe.